And we are live. We are okay to go. Theoretically. Crowboy, already. Bring him home. That's the goal. I am foolishly confident right now. Let me see. Just waiting for this. Lost Ark. Wow, that sounds exciting. There I am. Waiting for this. Lost Ark. Wow, that sounds exciting. There I am. I can hear myself. So we will close that. Perfect. Changelini, Kerbal Space Program, Grizzle Gaming. How's it going? I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I feel ready for it. I can already tell though, like all the orbit stuff that we learned at the end of last episode, I was like, okay, now I can kind of see the pieces coming together, how we're gonna do this. And I feel like there's a lot of pride within there, a lot of pride space for it to all just collapse, all collapse in on me. Let me know how the audio levels are. This is, they always have the music at the beginning, so. MinnMax or go, that looks right. Let's do that one. Don't forget about the apoapsis, Crowboy says. Yep, I remember the apoapsis. I think it was this one. Nicomac asks this the stream to save the Kerbal 5. Yes, if you're talking about the doomed Kerbal 5, then they are shortly, relatively, not going to be doomed anymore. Changelini says, this is one of those games where you need to be playing it for the primo space NASA engineering experience, as that's all you're going to get. Rich already with some subs heading out to people. Thank you for that. We're hopefully we're still loading. Music's still going, kind of. There we go. All right, and make sure we're streaming it, and we're not too glitchy. I don't think we're not too choppy. Let's check the tracking station. See if our guys are still out there. I'm sure they are. Somewhere. They should be somewhere around the let's see. They should be in the sun, right? Oh, yep. That's probably them. Right? Where'd they go? Can I just click on the... Or the crew? Oh no, is that like a space station? We're off to a great start. It seems like I probably should have starred them at least, right? To make them focus on fly safe. Is that them? Is this them? I'm trying to zoom in. I mean, that's fly safe. We got 5 people in there. So I assume that looks like their orbit. So we can get out to them. Just Loach says JeffM Thursdays. Absolutely. Changelini says, I commend your bravery for playing this game so close to release, as that's where all the super crazy bugs tend to come out. Yeah, it's been pretty okay, other than we have to play it at 720p. It's more the optimization that's getting us than the bugs. All right, so we got to start. We'll start like this. Can I just? We don't need to see that all the time, but apparently we do. Okay. Yeah, sound level's okay. Music's okay. Music to voice ratio. Let me know. I still got some jelly beans here too. Oh, which reminds me. I should turn back on noise removal. There we go. Sound is good. Okay. Then we're gonna start, and what a visually stunning intro this will be. What is this? Is that the what? Menace? Wait, am I understanding this right? Okay, well we can go into that. We'll start, and then we'll start, and then we'll be confused. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to a very important Thursday live stream here at MinnMax. I'm Jeff Fava. MinnMax is a Patreon about games, friends, getting better, and saving our doomed Kerbals from space. Doomed Kerbals that we may or may not have had a hand in dooming them. Look, with the power of space travel comes a lot of responsibility, it turns out. And last episode, we may have shot some Kerbals into space, and then learned about, fuel shortages and pretty much everything to do with astrophysics after they were already out there. And so they've just kind of been orbiting the sun for the past, looks like 4 years and 87 days. But we can save them, and that's what this stream is all about. I'm Jeff Fava. This is MinnMax. We already discussed that. I have some jelly beans left over from building Legos. We are going to save these Kerbals. As far as I can tell right now, this is our doomed Kerbal 5. I don't want to select the apoapsis. This is their little flight here. I believe it's called the fly safe, ironically. And we got some guys in there that we want to get back. And right now they're following this orbit around the sun. We launched them out of our own planet. And then they ran out of fuel, so we couldn't control them anymore. And they just kind of flew out. But luckily, they ended up in the orbit of the sun without flying directly into the sun. And they've kind of just been locked there, going around this path forever. Now, the thing that I had just realized when we started this stream is I believe this is our home planet, right? Menace is the Kerbal's home planet? In which case, it certainly looks to me, I'm no astrophysicist expert here, but it looks like they pass through the orbit of Earth every now and then. So I'm thinking we can launch out. Hopefully we can time this. I don't know how these. I wish we could see like a some kind of Nanas is asking, is Minius the second moon? I was under the impression. Wait, is that just a moon, or is that a planet? I was under the impression that this is the... Where are we? What planet are we on? I'm pretty sure this is us. Turns out planets are very small when you're... Yeah, see, Kerbin... Oh, so Kerbin is the planet, and MinnMax must be one of our moons, which must be this whole diagram right here. So we are around here. We're one of these things over here, and we will orbit around into their orbit. It's just oh, Rich already has to leave. It's okay. We'll save him. You can watch, the archive and see our glorious rescue after it happened. Crowboy is asking, is there a way to find out how long an orbit takes for the planet and the ship? I assume the orbit for us takes 1 year. I don't know if there's a way to figure out. Control button? Yeah, okay. So here is the, here's the ship. It was a heck of a ship. Good looking ship. Those guys are up there. We press the control button, but we can't actually control them because they have no fuel. This was our first ship we built. They didn't have a... I don't know that they had a way to detach or come back down. We certainly didn't put a parachute on. So in a way, they're kind of lucky that they're stuck out there. Because if we get a rescue ship out there, we might be able to get them back. They're up in here somewhere. They've been plunged into darkness for the past couple years, but Kerbals are resilient folks, so... So I think we can do this. I think we can... If we wait until we're kind of... Problem is we don't really know how we're going to sync up with their orbit. But we'll figure that... this is the weeds. We don't need to get in the weeds yet. We need to just build a rocket ship. So let's do that. We're going to go to vehicle assembly. Hitmonchan asks if I played Kerbal Space Program 1. I did not. I played a very little bit of it. I've already accomplished more in Kerbal Space Program 2. If you count stranding 5 astronauts out into space as an accomplishment, which I kind of do because it means we got off the planet and we got out of orbit. Now, let's see. I think we saved. One of our ships last time. I think it was this one. Let's try that. The old, triple ball design. See, that's getting us plenty of fuel. Fuel was the thing we ran out of. And only one explosion, yes, just Loach, which didn't count. We reverted it, and it was fine. We got this one into space last time. And something... Oh. I think I went back and checked the tapes, exactly like NASA does. I think I just pressed the button one too many times, and I dislodged the capsule during launch, which... oh yeah, this one's called Nightbot Away. Right, this one... We just wanted to see if we could get it up to the moon and back. So let's start right out with the launch. And if I remember, we have to launch immediately because otherwise it will fall apart on the runway. Yep, we're already falling apart. So let's just press go. No, we don't. Go immediately. Okay. It counts. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I don't remember most of the controls. Rich, we're doing fine. Don't worry. We're getting up. We just need to get to 10,000 feet. And then we turn, and then we're in orbit. Look, Valentina's totally happy. We're fine. And then we'll jettison the engines, the boosters. Okay, I'm gonna start turning a little. They said if you're a pro, you can start turning earlier, and that will help once you're into orbit. And see, this is fine. Again, the bottom fuel tank is really close to the to those massive jets of fire, but we didn't blow up last time, so I think we're okay. Oh, we gotta start turning. We gotta start turning. Okay, we're turning. We're turning. Looks like triple balls are out again. Yes, General Jackass, and it's going great this time. Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick. And then we're gonna check to see. We're not quite there yet, but we'll get there. We just have to kind of, you know, if we turn more, I think, and we're shooting far enough, we will eventually get this arc out far enough and it will become in orbit. And that's all there is to that. So we're just gonna keep going. Rich asks if I slipped Valentina a sedative. No, she's just happy to be part of the space program. Let's do this. No, see, I think this is some kind of bug. I pressed the space bar to start time again, and I think when I do that, it just blows everything up for some reason. So you know what? We're just gonna undo that. That's not our fault. That's not a design flaw. That is an early access flaw. So we're just gonna launch right away again. And that doesn't count. That's an undo. We're undoing that. And next time I just won't launch immediately. Okay, now that's a problem. That's what the hell was that? That didn't happen the first. All right. It's okay. We're gonna do that one again. I don't know what that was. Maybe I pressed space. I gotta just. Is spacebar like? Is the binding for spacebar just break everything? What is going on? That's the funniest thing I've ever seen, Rich says. Okay, there we go. We're fine. We're fine. Valentina, take 3. We got this. I'm slowly gonna start turning. Mulligans in space, Rich says, yep. We're gonna do it this time. I feel good. I feel good about this one. I feel pretty good about this one. Okay, we're at 10,000 feet. We're turning. I don't know why we're always doing this in the dead of night. It does not make things easier. Now we want to watch out for the brown, because that means we're aimed at the ground. But I think we want to get us sideways, and we gotta watch these boosters. Once the boosters are out of power, or out of fuel, almost, right now. Boosters. Gone. Okay, now we're on normal fuel. Things are going great. See? Okay. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna unpause because the music did not seem to like the pausing. Okay, so we're paused. I'm gonna check the map. How are we doing? That's not a huge... We still got quite a ways to extend this, but we'll get there. I'm sure we're doing everything right. I'm not gonna press spacebar. I'm just gonna press this. Okay, now we're a little too far. Boy, that tail is really... We're okay. Hold together, please. At least the balls are not getting constantly torched with the booster fire anymore, so I feel a little better about that. We're just gonna keep on going out. Let's check the map real quick. Yeah, that looks like we're extending, right? I think. Although we're going this way, it would be helpful if we were pointing the right way. So I think we'll just, you know... I think we're getting there. I think we're... Okay, so that is... Can kind of see the turn of the Earth there. Not a lot of... I think the problem is that the balls are really heavy. And that's making it kind of hard to turn. See, we're in the brown now, and it's really... I'm trying to turn it. General Jackass says, the rocket engine might be a bit underpowered, your fuel isn't going down much, and you're not accelerating too fast. Yeah, it's... See, I wanted to have enough fuel so that we could get out to the sun and back, but I can't get us out. I can't get us out of the brown now. That's just not happening. So we're just gonna quietly. We're not gonna count that one either. I'm gonna try one more time. Maybe I turned too much too early. Yeah, Scrubboy's right. Everyone forget the last 5 minutes. We're gonna launch one more time. I'm gonna turn a little. We can do this. Oh, well, nope. Wanna go this way? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're also... I'm realizing we're also turning the kind of... There's another axis in play here that I wasn't... That I was kind of, that I was ignoring. Oh, get those out of there. Start the main. There we go. Okay, we're fine. We're ready. Does anyone know what the green crosshair is? Is that where I'm supposed to be lined up if I want to get to an orbit? Yeah, see, we don't have a ton of control. Hitmonchan says, I think that's your current direction. It seems to be independent. Let's check the map. We doing any better? No. We gotta start turning. We're 101 kilometers up now. Which is maybe good. Okay. Turn. How's this doing? Oh man, it kind of looks like we're getting closer. General Jackass says, yeah, if the green is drifting up from the equator, redirect it a little bit by pointing down a little. I still don't understand. How the green is different from the V? Crowboy says that the green one is your prograde. So that's pointing us towards where we want, where our target is. Except we didn't set one. Oh man, we're looking better. All we gotta do is get that extended a little further. I just don't want to tip so much that we lose. The V is the direction the rocket is pointing. The green is the direction the velocity is going. Oh, brother. I mean, it does look like the same symbol as the prograde symbol. They told me that was facing towards what your target is. But my only point of confusion is that we didn't set a target, because I don't understand how the targeting works. But this looks like we're kind of getting there. Hitmonchan says target as in where the rocket will end up without intervention from the thrusters. I mean, it looks like we're slowly expanding it. As long as we keep going up, I think. Let's speed up time a little. That never goes wrong. twice the speed. We got plenty of fuel. I'm happy with the fuel situation right now. Feels like it's getting a little harder to... Oh, look at this. We're gonna do it, I think. I think we're hitting orbit. Rich says, remember to hit spacebar to get back to regular time. I'm not doing that. Not falling for that. General Jackass says, you're currently making the orbit higher. Maybe wait until closer to the apoapsis before flattening it out. Good suggestion. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, I won't flatten it out anymore, because that's what got us in trouble last time. I think this angle's okay, hopefully. I would still like to know where they think my prograde wants, where I want my prograde to be. Our apoapsis is expanding. I'm pointed more up than sideways right now. Yeah. Gotcha. So let's see if... I think I can just control right from here. Maybe not. Is that the wrong way? Honestly, I'm having a little bit of trouble actually getting it to turn right now. Looks like I'm turning the... not the direction I want to go. Hitmon Chan says you've got plenty of fuel. I think you'll be fine either way. That's right. That's what the whole triple ball design is about. Yeah, we are really... We're creating an orbit here. It's an interesting one. But as long as it gets us around that tail... around the back side... Can you press the prograde icon to auto go in that direction? I can. I don't know what it thinks I want prograde to do. Let's see. If I hold it. Boy, it's really fighting me on the I mean, we're almost there. Let's just skip time a little bit. Did we kind of stall out on... Oh boy. Almost. It's kind of freaking out. There we go. There we go. That's an orbit. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can kill the thrusters. Hitmon Chan is thinking what I'm thinking, which is if we stop the thrust, will that make it easier to turn? I don't know what I've done to the... There we go. So there's a planet. Let's just check. Oh no. we're busting out of our orbit now. Thing is, we don't want to bust out of our orbit. We've gone too far. Is it because we're going past them? Can't be because... that's okay. Look, folks. We can... This is not going to result in a 6th Kerbal flying out into space. We have plenty of fuel. We just need to turn, get into an orbit here. We will do prograde. Maybe if we just turn it down a little. And we could always do retrograde as well. To, you know... Hitmonchan says maybe you couldn't turn because you had the autopilot thing stuck on. I don't think I had autopilot on. That was still manual. It's a little touchy. On account we have 3 giant balls filled with hydrogen fuel and only 1. Okay, prograde seems to be working. I think. We got plenty of time to figure this out before we're completely in space. Radial in and radial out. I think they explain those. But I can't remember. Let's set a target. Let's see. I want to set a maneuver. I'm gonna be honest. Normal? Anti-normal. Okay. We got full control. I maybe should have spent more time in flight school. Hitmonchan says she has the rest of her life to figure this out, and Kerbals live a long time, so... Can I switch to retrograde? That one dude. Thank you, that one dude, for showing up. That's good. That one dude earlier just said, full throttle in retrograde and abort. It might be a little late for that. But that one dude says some RCS thrusters on the side would make a turn easier. That's good to know. It looks like we're turning now. Hitmonchan asks, is it too late to install those? Probably. Okay, so I'm guessing we're turning now. We're doing a good job turning. But I'm guessing our... Is our velocity too much? Now let's blast it. Now that we've... Let's see what that's doing to our orbit. That one dude says we need to build a big claw to catch up and grab it. Yeah, I should note again. Okay, this is turning. That's good. Right? And what orbit? Okay, that is the Earth's orbit. So if we can get it to continue turning. That one dude, is there a button to help set a targeted orbit? This is the moon. We don't want to go to the moon. I want to tell it that I want to orbit the Earth. Nightbot wants you to know, this is Nightbot's mission, so I suppose we should let him tell you that you can follow Twitch, MinnMax on Twitch and subscribe to our channel. Remember, you get a free sub with Twitch Prime. Benifu asks, if I've played Dune Imperium or Spirit Island, and without too much thought, what's your favorite? I have played Dune Imperium and really liked it. I've only played the digital version of Spirit Island once or twice, and even the digital version was a lot to take in. So I would go with Dune Imperium on that one. Rich Bad at Games has written me a speech for Valentina's family. Kerbal's of Valentina's utter dedication to country and cause are rare. The loss of such a Kerbal is humanity's loss. Her sacrifice is beyond measure. But I hope you can take some comfort from the knowledge that your pride can be without limit. Millions share our debt to you for giving Valentina to man and inspiration to mankind. I appreciate the speech, Rich, but Valentina's not doomed. We're going to get Valentina back. We're going to get the other 5 Kerbals back. Look how happy she is. We've got plenty of... As long as we have fuel... I think all hope is not lost, right? Now, where is our planet? It's gotta be here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so we're a little ways. 1,500 kilometers. That doesn't sound like that much, right? We just got to... No, we're facing that way. Well, that's interesting. We'll get there. I mean, it looks like we're slowly burning down the velocity, which is good, right? The orbit velocity? There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. We're back. We're back in Earth's orbit. Hitmonchan says she was probably safer drifting out into space than cratering into the ground. Nobody's cratering into the ground. We have a perfectly perfect orbit here. We can work with this. So we have to wait till she's to the apoapsis. Then we'll do a burn, which will increase our periapsis, the distance between our periapsis and the planet. I wonder if we keep burning this, yeah, we can shorten this up some so that we're not dodging the moon. See, Rich has the JeffM's Jurassic Park glasses going on there because I just pulled this off like a pro, right? Look, we still got plenty of fuel. We're just going to burn in we're doing a retrograde burn right now. See, that's the killer hack, life hack, that astro hack. So that's burning us, burning away from our target, which I guess our target is just... Oh, okay, that's a little too far. All right, that's fine. We can switch back to prograde. It's fine. It's fine, Crowboy. Don't worry about it. It's gonna take a while, because we're turning again. Let's see. We're getting our turn on. And more fuel efficient to wait for... Great suggestion, that one dude. Says more fuel efficient to wait until we're to the APC. I see it pointing us to crash into Earth, and I immediately start to panic. Astronauts don't panic. They're gonna wait till we get to here, then we can do our burn, which will move out our periapsis. So we'll be fine. Kunifu says, you've helped tip my board game purchasing decision making. Thanks, Jeff. I think you'll like Dune Imperium, hopefully. I certainly enjoy it. Nitrum said, Jeff and I was on your side on the Horizon podcast debate. Horizon is high sci-fi, which isn't simple enough for a lot of people. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are too stupid for that game. And I'm glad you're not one of them. Of course, everyone has the right to their own opinions on which games to enjoy, and I'm happy everyone enjoys different games. That's all great. Let's speed this up. Till we get to the apoapsis. Here we go. Nothing to worry about. Okay. That freaked me out a little, but that's okay. Bam. Okay, we're at the periapsis. So now, that one dude, would it be one of the radial in or radial out buttons? I can't remember what those do. Or would it be prograde or retrograde? Love Jeff's righteous fury in that debate, Changeling, he said. There was some nonsense being bandied about in that episode. Do I want prograde or radial in? If I could find the Earth. Prograde, that one dude says. Perfect. I like that answer because it's what I was doing, so. Okay, now the apoapsis has moved again. So I'll just catch up there. There we go. There we go. Look at that periapsis. That's perfect. We're widening it over here. We're gonna get a nice, sweet orbit. Prograde burns. This is all valuable knowledge that's gonna help us. Rich Bad at Game says, I've never seen a more beautiful periapsis. Absolutely. This is the knowledge that's going to get us back the doomed Kerbal 5. How are they doing? Let's check them out. We got time. They're over there. So they're doing okay. Meanwhile, boy, space is a big place, am I right? There we go. Let's just hop back there. Okay, let's cut those, because this looks like a pretty darn good orbit. That one dude says, I totally forgot the stranded craft was in orbit around the sun and not just Kerbin. Yeah, they're on a deep space expedition. Their 5-year journey is to reach out and find new life forms or something to go where no Kerbins have gone before, etc., etc. Let's see, that one dude says, the others will adjust the angle of your orbit. These other ones? If you place a maneuver node along your orbit and play with the sliders, you can see how they affect your orbit. Good way to learn each one. If you place a maneuver node, one of these, there we go. Okay. Create a maneuver plan. So do these arrows correspond to... No, they can't possibly, can they? What are these? I wish I could see these little symbols. This is normal, and this is anti-normal? Prograde, retrograde. Man, I wish I could see the symbols would be nice. Doesn't make them any easier to see. So I'm guessing that is what? Radial out versus radial in. That one dude says the UI isn't great for this. I found it easy in the first game. Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't help that we're in 720p, which I needed to do for us to be able to stream. Okay, so it's... You're right. I can kind of see what it's doing. All right. So we don't actually want this. Get that out of there. Now, let's see if we can remember. We're not getting these these Kerbals back. God's Favorite says, wow, a JeffM Lego stream and another Kerbal stream in 1 week. Blessed. Well, I'm happy to oblige. Rich is not taking that. I mean, on this episode, we're not. There's a lot more to consider here. But let's use Valentina down here to relearn how we set, how we do a maneuver. Because ideally, what we need is how to do a maneuver and how to time it with something else, right? They don't, remember there was something about how to set the timing for a thing? Okay, so I set a maneuver on here. But can I set one? I just set maneuvers on my path. Is that correct? I want to set it so that I would shoot off towards those guys. Can I set them as a target? Does not look like it. Oh. I can set it as a target. Okay. I don't know what's... So then I would... And we're not going to do this. We're just figuring out if we get a rescue craft into orbit like this, what would our next step be is what I really want to... I want to figure out. And then I just pull on one of these, right? I pull on something? Oh boy. I'm not going to pull on that one. If I pull on... that one. We would bust out of orbit. And then what? What the hell is that line? Oh boy, this is... Hitmonchan says those other guys are out of orbit and they seem to be doing fine. Yeah, they went out of Kerbin's orbit and ended up in the orbit of the sun. We want to get out of the orbit of... That one dude says, really, we should have just gone into Sun's orbit earlier instead of fixing it. I was mistaken thinking Kerbin orbit was the goal. Yeah, I just wanted to practice getting into an orbit first. So it's okay. We can just bring Valentina home. We can build a better ship. And then we can launch that towards the sun. And that sounds like a plan. In the meantime, but I still want to... I don't understand... First of all, I don't understand how I get so, like... Now I just can't zoom in anymore on the planet. I have no idea what the heck any of these... What is this telling me? What is this telling me? What is this trying to tell me? Let's delete this one. Oh no. Okay, let's take a look at... Let's undo all that nonsense. Okay, so what this line is telling me is if we go on that path, we will shoot out with such, because we're going to do the maneuver here, at which point we will go far enough out that we're going to break out of the Earth's orbit, Kerbin's orbit. But as soon as we're out of Kerbin's orbit, or Kerbal's orbit, we are immediately into the sun's orbit, right? Because all of this falls within the sun's orbit. Does it show me where this... I don't even think we can get out of the sun's orbit. Exactly, that one dude says. Okay, so that's making more sense. This dotted line starts where Earth's orbit ends, and then we're immediately... Our dotted line just is kind of pulling us out into this orbit. Then we would be in the sun's orbit. Oops. The sun's orbit would take us around here. What is this dotted line? This is a little confusing. It would take us around here. Eventually, what is I1, I2? Target intersect. Would this be another maneuver that it would... Hey, Nightbot wants you to know that you can help MinnMax grow by following us on Twitch or unlocking exclusive benefits over on Patreon, patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. Follow MinnMax on Twitch and subscribe to our channel. Remember, you get a free sub with Twitch Prime, and it saves Kerbal's lives. General Jackass asks, so what's the plan when you reach the Kerbal 5? Do they hang on the outside of the ship? See, that's why Valentina's ship is not the right ship for this. We're going to need some kind of thing where I assume a cargo hold or of some sort. The tutorial doesn't really mention rescue missions. We'll figure it out. Let's delete this first of all. We don't want this maneuver, so you go away, please. Delete maneuver. Okay. Those dotted lines confuse me. Is it because we set... I think we set the something about the map just gets all wonky at some point, and it's like you can't control it anymore. I think we may have set that as a target. There we go. Okay. So they're out there. Valentina is safely in orbit. She's got plenty of fuel. We can bring her home at any time. That one dude says, it's a lot to walk someone through, but you're correct. The intercept points are placed in your orbit where you'll meet up again with whatever you have set your target. General Jackass says you can add an extra crew capsule and just leave it empty at launch. Okay. Valentina's fine. Let's save, first of all. Let's go to a vehicle assembly building and start building our rescue ship. Because this one's going to have to be a little different. We will start with a pod. We're going to need another 5-seater. Because we got 5 people. I assume they can't just go into... Could I put them in a crew cabin? 16-seat crew cabin. My God. Sky bus. Someone mentioned sky bus. Rich said space bus. You're not that far off, I guess. Triple ball 2.0, Crowboy says. General Jackass says some of the cylindrical capsules can go in line with other parts. Can I use a crew cabin? That one dude says a good general building tip for the future is to have a docking port on everything you set up. So if it needs to be rescued or refueled, you can just hook on. Yeah, we didn't build that on to that first ship, did we? But I can still get those guys out, right? General says, I guess those crew cabins are good. I haven't used them in Kerbal Space 2. Let's see. We don't need 16. That one dude says you can just fly them over with jetpacks. That's perfect. Okay, so we need to get 5, so let's do the 8-seater. And they can go in here, right? Does it need a door? I suppose the door wouldn't be... What do I need on a ship that will open up? Is that just the docking? You could test it on the launch pad, General says. Docking port. Small docking port. Okay, so that would be what we would connect to. Is this the kind of thing that can just open up, though, and let Kerbals in when I get out there? That's what we ultimately need, right? Because I don't want to get a ship out there and then be like, oh, actually, we got no way to let these guys in because I forgot to put a frickin' door on it. That would be problematic. In the first game, a Kerbal just had to touch the door to get the option to enter. I definitely test it on the pad. You can test it on the pad? Okay, well, let's forget about docking ports. Command control vessels. Okay, single-seater lander can. Because what... So I'm still going to need one of these anyway, right? Because... Right-clicking on the part or the Kerbal should give an option for EVA on the launch pad. Okay, so that's going to be their space to go on. Can I add a little one onto that? Just like that. So we can put our pilot in there. The other ones can climb into here. In which case we don't even need... We don't need the second part of this. They don't need a... They don't need a... Let's just get rid of that. You may need some big parachutes. We can do big parachutes. We can do... let's see, we're going to need shield... Heat shield, right? Stabilizers, lights. Let's get some of those side jets that we were talking about. Is that... Please let me know what the side jets were. These are all small parachutes. So do I just put a ton of them on there? That doesn't... Why do we only have small parachutes? That's not going to do it. Can I add more parachutes? Doesn't... let's see. Assembled 4-piece, place anywhere 7 thrusters. So those may be the thrusters we're talking about. What is this? What do I have selected? Oh, that's a... This is a parachute? Was that a parachute? I guess that looks like a parachute. So let's... Okay, so that's kind of the capsule top parachute. These are... Wait, what? Oh, now what the... How did those switch? What was... I don't even know what I was putting before. Okay. Ah, one of these... Oh, okay, so the side, these are the side ones. Gotcha. Okay, so we'll do the small ones. Let's... We're not gonna blow this mission because we don't have enough parachutes, is what I'm thinking. We get them all the way back, and then it's like, oh, you skimped out on the parachutes? No, thank you. Let's slap 4 of those puppies on there. Wait, are those all on the... Is one of these... Is this all in one cone? No. I think we just put them all... Let's move them down. Down here. Not sure about the aerodynamics of that. But we'll figure that out. So we got those. We got the... We're gonna put a pilot in here. We'll have plenty of space here. That's an extra parachute. We got parachutes up the wazoo. Okay, so now we need... We want a heat shield, right? Extra large? That's too large. Large? That looks like it fits. Heat shield. Great. So we don't burn our bottoms. Now what? Couplers. Rich Bad at Game says, I believe in this design, looking good so far. We're doing it. This is going to be the one. We need a decoupler. that will bust us out from the triple balls. We're sticking with the triple ball design, I think, because we're going to need a lot of fuel. I'm not going to be worrying about fuel when we're up there. And I think that's the biggest amount of fuel, 2 times 2x. So let's slap some balls on there. Don't forget the lights so we can see their faces. Absolutely. We won't make that mistake again. With a battery and solar power, right? We forgot that. General says, and a solar panel so they have power when they drift for eternity. I mean, for their short trip home. Yes. Okay. So we will get the lights. Quality of life, I think. Put some sweet lights on there. Light bulb or dome light or navigation light. Let's get some. We can splurge on some lights. Lights for everybody. That's what I say. No Kerbals in the dark this time. Okay. Those are the lights. We need a battery now. Medium. That's pretty big. Small. Don't need 4. Let's do 2. Yeah, I guess we'll make it symmetrical. Why not? Put it up here. Sweet batteries. Now the solar arrays. Let's do some of those. Heck, let's make sure, you know, we could run into asteroids or something. So we got plenty of solar panels. All right. That's pretty good, right? So we got our lights. We got our solar panels for the lights and the batteries. We got tons of parachutes. We got a heat shield. We got the decoupler to get the triple balls off. So far, so good. We got the extra cabin for our Doomed 5. Aerodynamics. We'll get to nose cones. Wings and stabilizers. Let's see. General says you might want a big reaction wheel that helps you steer. It uses electricity, but you'll have plenty. A big reaction wheel. What would that be? Landing gear? We're not landing. We're not going to need that. Utility. Stabilizers. I see stabilizers. I see the RCS, which was... Are these what let you turn more easy? It's a stabilizer. General says. Okay. I see. Large reaction wheel. So let's see. So I just slap that on somewhere? Can I put it on the bottom? Can I put it on the bottom like that? Just down here? Slap it on there. somewhere central is more effective. Okay. So then do I have to... Should it be in line like this, or can I just slap it on the side of something? Close to center mass. Well, that would be in the middle of a ball. Maybe this coupling? That? Okay, that's good. All right. So we got one of those. And RCS, were we talking about those? Put some of those on there? Am I doing a good idea? Like that? I don't know. Or these. Okay, General Jackass says, RCS does a similar thing, but now you have lots of electricity and reaction wheel. It might not be needed. Okay, let's just undo that one. Gotcha. All right. So we got the reaction wheel. Then now we just need engines. Engines would be good. And I never figured out how to do more than one of these. Do I want to do more than one? Or does it not really matter now since I can turn easier? Rich asks, am I going to do anything about the hot fire spewing so close to the low-hanging ball? That is the most powerful engine, General. And no, I'm not going to do anything about the fire spewing on the lowest ball because it's just for the boosters. And we burn through those boosters pretty fast, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. So we'll just slap a ton of those back on. I think we put them on the middle ball because we were having, but maybe we won't this time. And let's up the number of boosters because we've added some extra stuff here. So, and this is the part that bothers me, is that there's no way to just say hey, I obviously want these things to be upright, you fools. So we'll just do it like that. And hopefully... that turns one mounting point. Let's see. General says you might be able to add an adapter or splitter that turns one mounting point into two or more for more engines. Yes, and also decouplers, which I forgot. I was just thinking that. Okay. So a splitter, an adapter or splitter that turns one mounting point into two or more for more engines. A splitter, you say? Let's see if we can find adapters. We're going to need some struts. Engine mount. One of these. It would be large, though. It would be like these are very small, which I don't think would back down there. So we need something that would stick onto there. And what does that do? That just looks like we're adding extra large. Something like that, but this is so big that it's not gonna fit. All right, well, you know, we did okay with one last time. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's get the decouplers. And we wanted the extra large ones, though. Oh, those look larger than... I think we just had the medium ones. And I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's go. This is the thing again. Just let me... Did I put them on the top ball? Medium ball? Top medium ball? Medium ball. Let's see, is that? Oh. Okay. Is that what's the deal here? You're not even... It really feels like this could, this does not have to be... Get you out of there. Like, why is this just... What is this? Are you on there or not? Oh boy. I don't love... maybe we should bite the bullet and move these all down. This one. And I guess we'll just guess if it's... straight or not. Okay. Now struts. Because these are not going to stand. Wonder if there's some snapping option you can use. Does holding shift do anything? It looks like I have snap enabled, but I don't know. Let's get that there. Connect to ball. What was that? Well, that is connected. Okay. Let's do that again. My God. What? What is that ball connected to? This part's just silly. It should not be this difficult to... Just add some balls. Connectors. See, boy, oh boy. I don't like the look of that. Rich says, the amount you've improved since the start of last week is impressive. Well, it's the motivation that I have, you know, to get to get our crew home. That's the true... Just... be cool. Oh boy. All the way down there? I guess. That one's fine. Let's do some strutting over here. Now, what did you... What is this? What is that? I'm pretty sure I didn't say go there, did I? I'm pretty sure that wasn't what I said. And now it's just hanging out. Hanging out there. Great. Okay, so we got 2 in. Yeah. Nonsense. We got lives on the line. We can't be dealing with errant struts. Is this a game? Do you think... General says struts can be a pain, but precision isn't needed as long as it doesn't spontaneously disassemble. In flight, you're good. Could I do a second decoupler up here? That. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay. Anything we're forgetting? We got our boosters on decouplers. We've got all our fuel. Rich says this rocket is going to launch about as successfully as Suicide Squad this coming May. We got 1.789 or 09 thrust rate. Oh, nose cones on the boosters. Absolutely. I wonder if that... Would that affect thrust? Let's see. Let's keep that open and see how that affects it. Nose cones. Nose cones. Those are a little big. Those are a little small. Were these big? Oh, those are fine. I don't know how much that affected it, but it looks cooler, so... Art Raider says, I have a question. Can you make just a normal-looking rocket that looks like a NASA space shuttle and rocket? I believe you can. You got tail sections and wings. You can do a cargo hold. So you probably could do that if you didn't need to get to the sun and back, which is why we're going with the classic triple ball design here. Anything else? Anything else that we're forgetting that will doom us in the future? We can, let's see, we got this. We got our parachutes. Parachute. That's good. Decoupler will get us away. Engine firing. Break off our decouplers. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Yeah. We need to move this one up to there. Okay, so we got fire boosters. Can get rid of you. Fire boosters. Decouple boosters. Turn on engine. decouple everything after all the saving is done. And then parachute back home. That should do it, right? I think we're ready. Let's choose our crew. Because we only want one Kerbal. You're in the tin can, pal. Tamaki. Can we really trust Tamaki for this one? Is the question. I'm feeling we go with Ludbass Kerman. Can we see your accreditations, Ludbass? Apparently not. We'll just assume you're set. 5 spaces for 5 doomed Kerbals. If you can't trust Tamaki, who can you trust? We can trust Ludbass. Ludbass is ready. We will name this one. No. Don't go to the map. I pressed the M button, so it took me to the map. If that just erased everything that we had on there. Okay. Jesus. Really? So I can't use the M button for our frickin' name? Okay, then we'll just go like this. Doomsaver. Oh, maybe up here it will let me actually. Nope. Still. Go straight. Is this a problem with NASA too? They can't press the M button because what a bug general says. All right, well, I already had the workaround, so that's fine. Save that. All right. I think we got everything. So we're going to take it to the launch pad. We're going to test the door. And then we're going to get our people home. No, Tamaki, what are you doing? We were going with Ludbass. Accept it. You're not ready for it. Not ready for prime time. Wow. Okay. Let's do this. That's all correct still. Gotcha. Tamaki, clearly a spy. Yeah, he's right up there with Nightbot right now, honestly. Yes, Ludbass, you're ready. Those chairs are empty now. But, I wish I could rearrange them. That's fine. Okay, so I just have to... If I right-click on the door, you guys said? I don't think that's doing anything. But we'll assume that it'll work, right? They need to be able to get in, so let's turn on our lights. Lights working. We get to launch during the day. That's great. March of 9th will forever be known as Ludbass Day. All right. Nightbot says subscribe to the MinnMax Show podcast on your favorite app. Let's do it. Joda Delfrey says make sure EVA is not blocked by the parachute. Oh, I can click on Ludbass to EVA. Okay. Get back in. Great. Okay. I think that was fine. I think I put the parachutes out. I avoided the door in the front, so... Let's do this. We choose to go to the moon and back. Here we go, guys. They've waited. It's been 4 years and 88 days. But it will not be 4 years and 89 days without at least a hope of getting them back home. Look at this. Beaut. What a beaut. I feel good about this one, Just Loach says. Curl Boy's excited. Ludbass is excited. So stable. Way stabler. No heat on the lower ball. We're doing it. This is looking great. Strong start. JeffM, this is beautiful. I can't argue with that. All right. We're going to start turning. Oh, this turns so good now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Controls pretty good. Doing pretty good. Truly a masterful design, yep. Not much fuel left, Hit Chance says. That's fine. We're doing good. 35,000 meters. Perfect. And jettison. Oh, turn on the other engine. Perfect. Let's check the map. Okay. We are... I don't know if I love the direction we're moving. Maybe I should have turned the other way. Or maybe we'll just slingshot around. Oh no, wait, we're going this way. That should be okay. Are we going straight out of Kerbal orbit? General Jackass asks. That's a great question. I don't know. I didn't really think that far ahead. Should we just point at the sun and head out there? Rich says NASA usually decides these things on the fly. Mm-hmm. I mean, can we even? We add a maneuver point. What would it take? Nope. Is there a way to just blast this out? Maybe we gotta circle the sun or circle the earth once, because I don't know that that we're making it straight out. So let's get rid of that. We can circle once. That's no problem. In which case, let's see. If we just kill our... If I know my... let's see. General says you pretty much only want to go prograde when you're maneuvering, unless you're trying to change the inclination of your orbit. Turning the other way at launch would have been a bit more fuel efficient since you're going with the Earth's rotation. Yeah. I hear you. So I think if we let's get into orbit, and we can go around this way and then shoot out. Like just like crazy, I don't know what. So let's create a maneuver point at the apoapsis. And extend that. That will get us in orbit. And then maybe around here or whatever, we can shoot back. What does the red mean? It turned red at some point. Or was it always red? I guess it's always just been red. If we turn this one, can we do it? Hitmonchan says red is probably good. Maybe that's just red is how long the burn window is, maybe? I think I messed this a little when I pulled on that. We'll just redo another one. We'll start at the apoapsis. we will stick that out. I think we went a little farther than we needed. Oh, no. What is crashing and burning? Let's see. Everyone's confused, right? Oh, this is our current trajectory. This is when we do the thing, do the maneuver. So let's do this maneuver. We'll skip ahead to the maneuver. It'll take us there. 30-second countdown. I have my finger on the spacebar, which is just would be a disaster. 20, 19, 18. We'll do our burn when they tell us to. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. Now we do it for 5 minutes. We can't speed that up. We'll speed it up down here. It's a bit of a long burn, I guess. Okay. Getting the burn down. And done burn. So, did we not burn enough? It says stop burn. I believe we have done our burn. This line makes no sense. Why are there 2 lines? You know, that's really what I was wondering. Let's just... I don't know if I had a double line on there, but we've achieved orbit. Orbit's looking good. Where is Valentina right now? Okay, Valentina's way out there. We don't have to worry about her. All right, that's orbit. And now we just have to get to the sun. So what if we... Maybe you should practice by saving her. Look, we don't have the space and we don't have the time, and I don't wanna. She can come down by herself. She's still got plenty of fuel. We'll bring her home last. Create a maneuver plan. Is this too far? That's probably too far around, right? Do we want to do it at the periapsis, maybe? Howdy Fish says, Kerbal 1 really helped me a lot understanding how orbits work. Let's see. Something's... Oh, we would... If we went on this way, we would come back and crash. But we're not stopping there. We're going to keep going. Now, why... Isn't this Earth's orbit? There we go. There we go. Okay, so that will bust us out of Earth's orbit. At which point we will be in the sun's orbit. And then this is our target. And it's giving us a whole bunch of intersection nonsense that we'll worry about once we're out there, right? We might buzz past the Mun on the way, General says. That would be nice. We could take a picture. I'm sure Ludbass would enjoy that. All right. So let's just figure out the map. So we start there. Shoot off like crazy. We will enter the sphere of influence of the moon. Yes, looks like we will be. We're going to go right past the moon. In here, out there, somewhere past there. And then keep going. Exit Kerbin's point. Orbit there. Get sucked out onto orbit with the moon or the sun. And then at some point, I don't know what these are, but we'll get to our folks. And then we'll all come home. Let's do this. And then Valentina. We'll do something about Valentina. Whatever. All right. So let's head back here. Actually, let's do it from the map, because that's... I think I can do it from the map. We will speed up time. That's very nice. Plenty of fuel left. General says, impromptu gravity assist by the moon, a totally calculated maneuver. Absolutely. We've got this all planned out. Nightbot, while we're waiting for the countdown, wants you to know that you can compete in Trivia Tower to win prizes, unlock the podcast version of the Deepest Dive, Max spoilers, MinnMax interviews, and more over on Patreon. All true. 10 seconds. Let's do this. Where are we? We're ready. Done. Rich is getting excited. It's like we know what we're doing. We will speed this up a little. Good burn, good burn. Everything's going exactly the way we want it to. A little faster. Oi, oi, hey, stop. Stop. That was, we're still okay. So that's good, right? Remember to extend your solar panels. Great idea. Let's get those solar panels out. I think I'm just supposed to press that button. Turn off the lights. For some reason, pressing the solar panel button does not seem to be doing anything. I assume this is the solar panel button. It says solar. That's the light. Lights go on and off. Those are working. Might be able to right-click directly on the part. What is the... Am I clicking on the battery? Extend panel. There we go. Now, why doesn't this button work? Alright, well, hey. They're out there now. Probably doing their job. Right? Good exposure, energy flow. Alright. So now we just wait. And let's speed up till we get to the moon. What is this? Let's... What is this? Exiting sphere of influence. That's exiting sphere of influence. Why do we have two lines? Hey, guys, did you know that if you follow MinnMax on Twitch, or you can follow MinnMax on Twitch and subscribe to our channel, and you'll get a free sub with Twitch if you have Amazon Prime. Might want to delete the maneuver so you can see what's going on. Yeah, because we're done with this, right? We don't need this anymore. So it's like that. And then we get sucked in to Earth. So let's move it up so that we can see the moon as we go by. Because that'll be exciting. I'm getting there. Getting there. Ooh. That was a close... Well, not that close. It looked close. Hey! Oh, we just shot way past the moon. We might be able to see it in the rear view mirror. Moon? There it was. There it was, folks. Yeah, the little extra burn time prevented you from being tossed by the moon, which was actually not bad, that one dude says. So, totally what we had planned, right? All right. So now we just wait. We're gonna bust out, and then we'll be in the orbit of the sun. And then we've got a ways. And then we can figure out how we intercept, which is gonna be its own thing. So let's warp. There we go. Okay. The days are clicking by 1 second at a time. I don't know what this is. Closest distance to the periapsis, maybe? Is that what they're trying to tell me? And then up here, was this... I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Okay, let's get closer and then we can try and figure out how in the heck we're gonna plot a maneuver to get those guys. next to each other. Because that seems like it's going to be a nightmare. All right. General says, though, that's the ascending, descending nodes. They're the best places to match inclination with the target. Gotcha. Speed it up times 100. It's been 4 years and 210 days. We're doing it. It's going to get a little tricky around here in the sense that I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. But we'll figure it out when we're there, which we're getting there real close. And then we're going to have to figure it out. Stop right there. Oh boy. We overshot that a little. We overshot that a little bit. But that's okay. Let's pause. Set apart was ineffective. Oh. Probably one of the batteries, which we got plenty of batteries. Hitmonchan says, I don't understand what you do if they're not at the right part of the orbit when you get there. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand either. So what are we doing? I don't even know how to. Where are they? That's their apoapsis. Yeah, the whole timing of. Let's see. Can I choose the vessel that I want to look at? Maybe from the tracking station. General says, I think you're supposed to plan that in advance by changing your orbit to take a longer or shorter time so you intercept at a better point, but I don't know how to do that. That's all right. Well, we can figure this. Oh my God, look how close we are. It's said that we will be, I mean, if this is, I wonder if we're going faster. They're there. Going at 9,800 meters per second. And our guys, wait, where are our other guys? That's that's Kerbal, for crying out loud. We don't want Kerbal. We want, oh, that's Doom's Saber right there. They're going 9,000 meters. That one dude says you want the exact same orbit, but only slightly longer or shorter so they can catch up eventually. Then when you have an intercept, you'll want to match speed so that they're relative to each other. Yeah. That's a good idea. We should do that. So let's go back to Doomsaver. It would sure be nice if there was just a button that was like, hey, match those guys. Match those guys up. It's really just playing with the maneuvers to get the blue lines perfectly on top of the white. Okay. We can do that. I wish I could move that a little more. So let's create a maneuver. But for real, let's create a maneuver. You know what? It would be nice if I could create it. General says, burn retrograde when your orbit passes under the apoapsis of the other orbit. Here? Yeah, okay, because that will pull this in. Is what you're saying? I feel like because we made this a target, it's not letting me do. Although it really just does not seem to. What's up with the yellow line? I'm not sure what yellow line you're talking about. Do I have to be not? Okay, there we go. Can I just not be paused when I do it? I guess not. Okay. So, if we start there, and then we burn retrograde. Okay, that one dude says work on one part at a time. Get periapsis to the same elevation. Then next time around, bring in the apoapsis to match. Then round to get the inclination to match. Okay, so right now, we just want our periapsis. Is there a more fuel efficient way to do this? I wonder how much fuel that's gonna take. Make it unclear. Said just popping in. I tried to convince my boss that mission control is more important than meetings. Sadly, she disagreed. What's the status on the Doomed 5? You're gonna be very impressed, I promise you. We have the Doomsaver is our ship. It's built. We got space for him. We are currently adjusting our orbit so that we will be. That one dude says you could try to bang them all out in one maneuver, but it gets more expensive quick if it goes bad. I think you have enough fuel to take your time. Let's do it that way. We are just lining up our orbits. Okay, start burn in 20 minutes. They may have pulled this out a little early. This is where I get us. We're going to watch this closely. Jeff forgot to mention that it's now the Doom 6. There's no Doom 6 here. We've got one person in orbit around our planet. She can come back anytime she wants. We have Ludbar or Ludbass up here. He's the one who's doing the saving right now. General says, start your maneuver under the midpoint of the 2 points your orbits cross to get a closer match. Under the midpoint. So over here, you're saying. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. We got time to pull that off, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a life hack right there. Bam. Okay. We'll do it that way. Love it. All right. Oh boy. Start burn in 16 minutes again. All right. Let's speed that up. Watching that closely. I don't like how it takes it's like a speed up slow down when you speed up time. It doesn't just it's not just like okay, now you're at ×1, which is scary. So we'll speed up a little more. That's how it always gets me. That's why I always go over. 7. There we go. Okay. We're doing it. 3, 2, 1. Burn. And then we have to burn for 17 minutes. That seems like a long burn. General says the most perilous part of any journey is avoiding accidentally pressing the spacebar and ejecting your entire fuel supply. Yeah, they could use an undo button for that. I will be pissed if that happens again. In fact, how about we just save right now? We should be saving this. Let's do new save. I won't press the M button because we know that throws everything off. Okay. All right. So we got our burn going. We will speed up. Speed up for this. Watching that closely. Okay. Freaking me out. Oh boy, we are using a lot of fuel. At least we got the triple balls. That was the whole point of the triple balls. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, done. That's a maneuver. It's a longer burn than I expected, that one dude said. Yeah, I'm sure we can still do it. General Jackass just said, oh no, I just realized what happened. What did you just realize happened? Which way am I facing? I'm facing the I'm prograde right now. Did I not want to be prograde? What did we do, General? What is shooting off there? What, Prograde makes the orbit bigger. You're going interstellar. Did they not... Did they not, Are we... We're going forever? We're going forever now. Is, out of the orbit of the sun. What kind of plan was that? Did I forget to switch to retrograde? Is that the problem? Let's see. We got some saves here. Let's just quietly forget that happened. Wait, what is this nonsense? Where are we? Okay. Let me take a close look. At our autosaves. I'm almost out of jelly beans too, because this is... Okay. Let's look at the map. So this is what we want. I just have to turn it to retrograde, right? I'm going to do a new save right now. Please don't screw up. Yeah, retrograde is what I want, General said. So the problem there was they did all this math for me, but then they were like, oh, we didn't tell them to switch to retrograde. And nor did we tell him the entire time he was burning prograde that entire time. All right. That's fine though. We're ready. That's an easy goof. I'm sure that's happened to NASA on more than one occasion. Okay, we're burning. And now we gotta do... Now we gotta do 17 minutes of it. Which is still a ton of our fuel. General says, it's an incredibly funny result, though. I was so confused why the orbit turned into a line. He was truly going where no man had gone before. Now it looks... That's what we want to see, right? We're getting there. It's been 4 years, 360 days. But we've got a newfound hope. That's beautiful. This is 2, 1, done. Done. That's a maneuver. All right. So now, not great for our fuel. But we can live with that. You might want to just go around until you both approach the periapsis at the same time. Yeah, we can eyeball that, right? And then we just gotta see, our velocity is 3,000. There's a 6,000. But the periapsis is going to be the best place. Otherwise, when I get to the periapsis, we could do a bit of a burn and get us to line up, right? General asks, I assume we're both going the same way around the sun. I think we are. We'll see here as we turn up the time. Yeah, we're both going the same way. There we go. Okay. Okay. Question is, are we going faster? We are speeding up as we go. They are slowly speeding up. Do we want to slow ourselves down? Although that would, if we slowed ourselves down, that would change our orbit, wouldn't it? You're gonna lap them. Yeah, that's my concern. How can we be going so much faster but still be on a similar orbit as them? Rich says JeffM enters retirement before the mission is over and his son has to take command. General Jackass says you will go through speeding up and slowing down as you go around the orbit. When you reach PA, you're at the same distance from the sun. Hold on. When you reach PE, you're at the same distance from the sun. You'll be going a similar speed. Yeah, so they're also speeding up. Gotcha. So how do I sync these guys up? It would be easier if we both had fuel. But if I extend this now, then we'll just be both going at the same speed at different points on the same Like we will never catch up to each other if our orbit is exactly the same, right? Is the problem. Which means I'm going to have to burn a bunch of fuel that I don't really have. Okay, if you're my target, what are these numbers? Target intersection. Distance from target is 12 million kilometers. Distance from target is 6.9 million. $6.9 million. So do I leave it like this and the difference will help us yeah, General says because your orbits are slightly different. Because your orbits are slightly different. Let's get rid of this line. Yours takes less time to complete, so eventually you'll be in the same part of the cycle at the same time. You just need to go around for a few years until you intercept. You know, they get faster. Ooh. Can I change my burn in a way that will make it easier for us? Or am I just gonna cause myself to crash? Set them as a target and it will update the intercept on each new. $13 million, 7 million, 7 million. Is that getting better? It seems even worse. Ooh, is that close near the periapsis? Yeah, how close is that? A mere 14 million kilometers. And that would be 8 years, 135 days. Guys, I don't know how intersecting bodies works. But I don't know that we're doing it right. Is my concern right now. I feel like there was something about changing orbits or changing the timing windows of doing maneuvers that I never really understood. Where am I? We're close, right? Right, guys? We've almost figured this out. It says that this is kind of the closest. What is this intersection point? this intersection point. Is that an 8 or a 0? Maybe that was a 0? That's a silly problem to have, right? I think that might be an 8. You're doing well, Rich says. Yeah, we're close. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get them home. We just need to maneuver in a way. Maybe once I get to the periapsis, we'll be going gangbusters fast, right? And so maybe we can put a maneuver or do something. Let's just keep orbiting. We got time. Kerbal's got all the time in the world. They're going down there. And they catch up. Should I just tighten my orbit way up so that I can then come out? Okay, let's take another look at this because I feel like okay. So we want to intersect our pals, who we can't even see on the... I don't love this interface, I'm not gonna lie. They're over here. General says there will be a fuel cost to speeding it up, but it could work. Yeah, even with the triple balls, we're a little worried about the fuel. Okay, so they're up here. So is there any kind of maneuver that we could do? At our periapsis. Waiting will get you there in time. Let's see, what's that? Entering sphere of influence of what? That moon? Oh, hey, subscribe to the MinnMax Show podcast on your favorite podcast app. Nightbot wants you to know. That's why Nightbot was not brought on this mission. Let's delete that maneuver. Let's... If we do a prograde burn... $14. million. I feel like we need to be closer than 14 million kilometers. With the orbits closer, it'll give you more time to work once you get the intercept. You want to be like less than 3 kilometers. Yeah, I'm still wondering if there's... Like, how do I make it? I don't want them to have to orbit like 100 million times in order to get synced up. And for some reason, these don't want... That's 8 million. So, 8 million kilometers, 14 million, and 8 million. And also 14 million. How do I affect the timing of that? Yeah, getting there quicker won't help if the difference in speed is too great. I appreciate that. But can we change the speed? Once we get them. Okay, we'll just... We'll just keep going around forever. Hey! I feel like there's probably better tools for figuring out... Ooh. Nope. And no. And... General says with how low the ship acceleration is, it would be hard to match speed from a difference in orbit. Yeah, I feel like there's probably about 10 other things that we haven't taken into consideration. How close are these? 4 million. 9 million, 4 million, 9 million. We're getting there. We're getting there. See, this is the problem right here. Here's our problem. This is as close as we're going to get. And the problem is that we're still like a bajillion miles away. We're not syncing up at the periapsis. We're syncing up when we're too far apart. How close are you near at the periapsis? At the periapsis, we are going to be 1.6 million kilometers. Can they use their jetpacks to close that distance? If we do a maneuver, look at this, very close. Is there a way that I can just kind of... you know, just bump out a little. Just bump our guys out. Where's this? 2 million. Still 2 million. Still 2 million. How about that, sir? Worse? Bumping the apoapsis would help if the intercept can happen there at the slower point. It would be easier to make adjustments near the sun at max speed. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. But we're gonna have to do it at the periapsis for that to do what we want there. And I feel like no, not that one. No. Sure would be nice if I could get that on screen at the same time that I'm trying to... Okay, which... I love how it's like, that's right on top of each other, and then you zoom in and it's like... Actually, that's 1 million miles away. $61,000 kilometers. 2 million. Okay, so 61,000. That ain't too shabby. Now it's disappeared. That's great. What does disappearing mean? Training centers did not go through this. Okay. That's still 64,000. You jokers. I don't know why it disappears. Okay, maybe that help? Still 64. Disappears. We also have up and down. We haven't even 79,000. $67,000. Gone again. Just gone. Just nonsense. What kind of nonsense is this? Okay, so we're pretty matched up. And we just want to match it up a little bit. Get those intersection points right up there. 336. 337. 336. 311. I don't understand really how astrophysics works. Is the main issue that I think we're running into. I mean, I assume it's telling us, yes, this is where you're. Hold on. You can also move the node itself around if you get close like that. Same burn in a slightly different location might do it. Okay. So move this node? You're saying? Oh. Getting worse. Okay, let's restart that one. Because I feel like the first time we first want to extend it a little. Then one of these. Nope, other way. Don't think that one's doing what I thought it would do. This is riveting, right? It all comes down to the little math like this. Okay, so that's good. $3,000. When you see the two intercept nodes, you know you're there. The difference went to 0, then reversed. These two intercept nodes? You're saying? But then they just disappear. Is what I'm confused by. Radial burns? Joda asks. Possibly. I think I had a better. So I did prograde to expand it out a little, get the intersect over by the apoapsis. Is it just disappearing because it's right next to where the apoapsis is? And then watch, this brings it in. We don't want it to go in, we want it to go out. So maybe out a little bit and then yeah, it really feels like we should have more controls for this kind of level of, you know, whenever you're doing anything and it's like, well, I think those lines look like they're on top of each other in geometry. That's not a good sign. Pull that out a little bit back, a little bit over. Up and down do anything? No. How are these ones? Or 59,000. That one dude said, yeah, I hoped it was something they'd fix in 2. Okay, so let's just do this burn. That'll get us more close to each other. This is like using arrows to scrub through a YouTube video when it should be like using the actual arrow buttons instead. Yeah. All right, let's just try this. And also, something about the map, it's like it gets locked into being a wonky view, and then you have to leave and come back out. But that's fine. We'll get there. Oh boy, we went past where we were supposed to do our burn. Fudge it. Fudge it. I mean, this looks pretty good. God damn it. All right. That's okay. We can do this. Oh, hey, did you know you can compete in Trivia Tower, blah, 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 blah. Just disappears. Intersection's there somewhere behind the apoapsis. Don't worry about it. What are you at? 278. That was better than before. Not gonna do us a lot of good. Sure, let's try that. Oops. Get us there. Okay. Hold on. What do I need to set the direction to? It's one. Is it one of these? Target? Anti-target? There is just one of these buttons, right? I can't remember what they said during training. I think target. And that will just do it for me, right? I'm gonna go with that. I would assume that's right. You got 15 seconds to tell me if I'm messing it up. Otherwise, that's what we'll do. Gerby says you would use maneuver right now. Love it. You're a hero, Gerbius. 10 seconds to spare. Rich says I have no clue. Your moral support is appreciated. Here we go. 2, 1, burn. How long? Just 9 seconds. We can afford that much fuel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. And that is going to get us one step closer. There are 33,000, we're at 48,000. You will use target, anti-target once you get close enough for intercept. I love your optimism, Gerbius. Okay, so now what do we do? Now we're on track. We're going to be on the same path. We want an intercept. I hate that I just have to like, okay, well, let's speed it up and see how close we get, but there's no good way to slow it down if we're actually getting closer. Look how close we are. Look how close. This should... Can I just burn my fuel faster here? And make up the difference? I'm gonna save this mother and just... Not going great, we'll call it. Stability on. Won't get much closer over time. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if I just... When we're here, can I just, you know, blast it for a while, close this gap, and then worry about how that affects our orbit later? That sounds like we know what we're doing. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Yeah, that's... I mean, that part of the plan isn't great. That it's shooting out like that, but surely we'll get there. Wait, throttle's locked well. How about you unlock the throttle for me, though? How about you let me stop that button? So now they're going 18,000. We're going 27,000. And so if we just let them do that, until we catch up, and then it's gonna be fine. We'll add a maneuver point here. We'll bend this in a little more. That'll get us there. And then, oh no, don't control that one. We don't want to control that one. We want to control this one. We want to set this as a target. And then, we're going to pull this in a little. pull it down because that's gonna get us there, and then we'll go full blast, and then that's gonna get us closer. I promise. We're almost out of fuel, but that's gonna be okay. Cause eventually, what speed are these guys going at? 29,000. This is the brute force method of orbital mechanics. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is... We're close, you know? This is when people... When lesser people lose hope. But not us. We're gonna... What's going on here? Where are the other guys? We're so close. We're so close, aren't we? They're not letting me do the throttle because they're like... All right, I'm gonna have to do some tutorials or look at some YouTube videos, and you know, maybe we'll do a part 3, or maybe I'll just save them when we're off screen. I'll pull a Hanson, and we'll save them that way, and we'll bring them home. Look, the Doomed 5, we're gonna figure it out. We have... Where's my... What the hell happened to all my fuel? Did I not load the right one? This was the one. I said load that one. And it's telling me I have no fuel? How do I not have fuel? Guys? Is everyone else as confused by this? There it is. Now the fuel's back. Okay. Well, we got some fuel left. We're in a similar orbit. I'm sure if we zoom out enough, we would see the other guys. And I'll figure out how to save them. And we'll... and they'll get saved. And everybody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to be happy for all these guys. And we will take it from the... See, that one dude says you've essentially figured it out. It's just dialing it in from here. Impressive for not looking it up. Yeah, just a few more dials, and we got all kinds of buttons here. I'm sure one of these is the Save Kerbal's button. It's not that one though, but one of them will do it. Until next time, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got very close. We are much closer. You can't deny that. We have a ship out there. It has room for the rest of the crew, and it has some fuel, and we're on the same orbit. So now it's just dialing it in and not pressing spacebar. And otherwise, we'll see you again next time. We'll see you again next week. We got all kinds of great content going on. We got this week's episode. The podcast was great. Go listen to that if you haven't listened to that yet. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye. This is a huge disaster, guys. I don't know how we're getting these Kerbals back from space. I think they're going to be orbiting out there for 100 years. I put on a good face for the official, but Backstage Pass, you guys, we are screwed. This is going nowhere. I don't think it's even possible. My God, what have we done? The lives of those Kerbals are gonna hang on us all. Let's see, what channel can we raid? How about we send you over to Easy Allies? They're gonna go watch the Capcom Spotlight. So check it out with them. Say hi. Don't mention any of this doom and gloom about they can't know that we're killing Kerbals over here. Just keep that to ourselves. We'll figure it out. All right. See you guys.